right, we're gonna hit the ground running today. I did some stuff off stream that I would like to showcase here. Um, so I did get the Sentient Pest raid completed. So you'll notice that I've gone on an augur expedition, and I've ensured that there is a like a castle keep, a holy church, and then a camp in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. So if you get that on an augur expedition, then that is the correct seed for the Sentient Pest raid. So all these are seeded. There's a poster on Reddit that's been sharing these. So I basically just bummed around and leveled up a little bit. And once the first circle has closed, you get this notification: a plague of locusts befalls the land. And you'll start seeing these black clouds spawning constantly. If they touch you, they will steal your runes and apparently levels. They can absolutely drain you to level 1 if you're not careful. And then steal them completely if you don't follow them back to where the boss is. So I ran a little bit beyond where they're going, because you can't always see the location from, clearly from all angles. And I figured that getting some high ground would be beneficial. You don't get a preview of where the boss will be located on the map. You have to kind of suss it out based on where the locusts are returning home. And that's where I realized, oh, they're going this way. I'm assuming you can trigger this raid in different maps, but this is the seed that was publicized, so. Yeah, so you'll see right there. I think I got some of my runes stolen, so I'm at 2,912. Oh, no. Yeah, you go here. The sentient pest spawns, and then you just take it down. And the passive buff that you get from this is really good. So not only do you get a ton of runes, but you also get a chance for any attack to generate a great amount of runes from enemies. And it's a crazy amount. It's like close to 20k, something like that, maybe 15. So I actually kept this run going. I ended up dying once per night. I think I got a gargoyle the first night and a tree sentinel on the second night. I died once each, but you're allowed to do that when you're playing solo. And I made it to augur. And I thought, you know what? I completely forgot to grab a lightning bow. So, not optimal. But I figured I'd take a chance with the holy bow that I have, which is it's 15% resistant as opposed to the fire I loaded in with, because I didn't know how strong the sentient pest raid would be. So I loaded in with a fire attribute, but the augur is 50% resistant to that, so I decided to opt for holy, which basically works out to the same damage roughly as the non-elemental bows that I had in my inventory. And I thought I'd take a stab at it. This is one of the easier bosses. The sentient pest, and in my opinion, Fisher in the Fog, once you understand its patterns, People still struggle with Fisher in the Fog because they don't realize how simplistic its patterns are. But I've been carrying a lot of people off stream when trying to grind remembrances and stuff. That's my usual go-to. I feel like Augur and Sentient Pest are the ones that people are most likely to beat on their first try without expecting they will. And I also had a Wending Grace that I bought from the merchant. I could have bought multiple. Like, toward the end, I ran past, like, 3 merchants, and I didn't think to myself, I should buy some Wending Graces. Because I know you can buy a whole bunch. People have been joking, like, when you become the Souls boss, when they have, like, 7 revives. So yeah, you can actually have the jellyfish explode next to Augur, and that'll damage him. And you can also, if you completely kill one of the tendrils, that will also do a chunk of damage to Augur. But for the most part, during the fight, I'm just trying to keep my weak point up, because popping that does a significant amount of damage. And the sleep here is a DPS check. I just barely pass it. I think. I don't know if he stopped before I got put to sleep just because I did some damage to him. But I decided to be quite aggressive with my ult usage, because I have no reason to revive people with it, so... And quite frankly, that's not a bad strategy, really, in a fight anyway. It's actually one of the really nice things about Wilder. I am not a big fan of Wilder, honestly. I think his passives are kind of blah on their own. If you can get a lot of them stacked together, it becomes really powerful. His main appeal is how fast his ult and ability cooldown and how they can pair together to charge his ult very quickly. And the fact that his fully charged ult can clear two death ticks off of a player. So it's very potent in that regard, especially with how quickly it recharges. Aside from that, he's kind of somewhere between like Raider and Executor in terms of survivability versus damage. I actually enjoyed playing Guardian quite a bit more than Wilder, and that's just because like a single one of Guardian's passive relic buffs gives him a very significant upgrade, and he's got some fun playstyle stuff you can do, which we'll talk about momentarily. I like actually playing him as a defensive healer. I don't mind defensive roles if it's done in an enjoyable way. Yeah, he dropped a second tier. I didn't notice until it was too late, and I didn't have my ult ready, so oopsies. And you'll notice that consumes my daily revive and not the Wending Grace, so it saves the Wending Grace for second. So I still have an extra life here. And I thought, maybe I should reposition myself for the crit. And there we go. So I soloed a boss. You also notice I got to level 15 because of the Sentient Pest Raid power. So very cool. Very cool all in all. But, yeah. I think I got some decent, relics here. Might have been the run after this where I used Guardian. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You can see, like, right here is when I have this big stint where I just went, like, all the way northeast toward the end. That's where I basically ran by, like, 3 merchants. Actually, give me a sec. I had to, I was in a voice chat, so I lowered the volume, so I had to double it, so that you guys can actually hear stuff. So let me just correct that, and hide that, and put on game volume. All right. So back to it. Let's just quickly talk about relic stuff real quick. So for Wilder, so this one right here. So you basically get like a free skill use after his grappling hook. I find at close distances this is kind of useless because it sends you way past. It basically gives you the same distance if you like jump after a grapple, and you'll seldom land this attack unless you're using it at a great distance, which is fine for some encounters, but not all of them. And it just enchants your weapon with flames, in addition to basically this skill attack damage, which is fine, but I feel like you'd be better off going with any of the other passive buffs. Just having your weapon start with a fire element if you want to do fire damage, you know? And he is a fire element guy, because one of his passive relic upgrades is art activation spreads fire in the area, which just kind of throws it on the ground and does damage over time. It's okay. It's not amazing. But the real bread and butter, in my opinion, is the +1 additional character skill use and art gauge greatly filled when ability is activated. So you use this, scoot around the battlefield with your grappling hook, and rapidly build up. Because his art is, again, character skills have pretty low cooldowns across the board, and his art has a pretty low cooldown as is. So the faster you fill that up, the more you can use it. He benefits greatly from just punching enemies, staggering them, doing good chunks of damage very frequently, and again having decent capability to revive people, especially if he charges it. It's honestly almost universally worth it more to charge it if you're doing a revive. Versus enemies, it kind of depends. But the entire time you're charging it, you're invincible, so, you know, there's kind of no reason not to go for it. The thing is, I haven't gotten great relic rolls for him, and his chalices are not great either. So I am hoping that some of the remembrance things that we'll get will allow me to combine everything but the follow-up attack. Now for Guardian, his bread and butter is the increased duration for character skill. This allows great area denial. You can throw it down on an ally that needs a revive, and it will keep their death timer at bay, do a good chunk of damage. So his normal whirlwind juggles enemies into the air, which nobody can really capitalize on. This isn't a character action game. It just, you know, it keeps the enemy staggered for a moment. However, the increased duration whirlwind stuns enemies anyway, and it sucks them into the middle. It's a vortex. So it will keep enemies centered on a certain location and keep doing damage to them, keeping them from attacking. It is incredible. Throw something like Chilling Mist in an area, which I think I have on one of these somewhere. Yeah, I think this one. So yeah, throw Chilling Mist down, then use his character skill and just keep an enemy inside the mist while they get frostbitten. Oh, it cooks. But like I said, I really like this ability to slowly restore nearby allies' HP while the art is active. Similar to charging your ult with Wilder, if you use Guardian's ult and then just hold it when you land, you become basically invincible. I think you literally are invincible. You don't even get ailment buildup. And because I did that against Fisher in the Fog and didn't get any frostbite buildup when I was doing that. And not only does anyone within your range get a defense buff, I don't know how significant, but not only do they get that, but it also heals them. And this is by far the most significant healing over time ability in the game. I want to say it heals maybe like 5 to 10% of a life bar, depending on the character, per second. It is huge. And if you use that right after everyone's kind of been hit by a boss's attacks, it's great for sustaining their life bars if people are being shy on using their flasks. It's amazing. I love it. So don't just play him as a tank, play him as a healer too. As far as I'm concerned, you will not regret it. And reflecting a portion of damage received when ability is activated. So again, this is where you dodge while you have a shield out, and he starts consuming stamina to basically cut any stamina damage taken while blocking in half. Any attacks he blocks while in that stance will reflect a portion of that damage to enemies. That is amazingly potent against enemies that have like wild swinging rapid attacks that just keep coming at you. I've seen somebody post a video of a Royal Revenant just going ham on them and basically just wiping out half of their health bar. So incredible potential there. It's a very situational. I feel like the better two are the increased duration. That's a necessary one. And depending on how patient you are, I think slowly restoring HP is huge. I think those are very good ways to play this character. Damage reflection if you want to go more aggro. And his other passive upgrade I'm not the biggest fan of, which is create a whirlwind while charging halberd attacks. I feel like this would be better if it worked like his standard skill. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It just works like the increased duration version, except for it lasts for like a half second to a full second. So it'll pull enemies toward him, but that's kind of it. So it's good if you are maintaining aggro with a skill like, guarding makes enemies target you, if that's what you want to go for. I don't know if that's the right move to go for, to be completely honest, because he still runs into stamina issues, kind of like Executor does. He's better equipped to tank, but still not invincible. So I don't know. I prefer having the hybrid healer approach rather than going full tank. But I think either style is perfectly fine, and I think he's really interesting. I'd say my current tier list is, I'm going to say Iron Eye and Duchess are tied for me, with Revenant in third. And then I'd say Raider and Guardian might actually be tied for me, followed by probably Recluse, then Wilder, then Executor. At least that's how I'm feeling right now. Once I get better stuff for Wilder, I might feel better about him. I'd say Recluse and him might even be tied. I just think Recluse is very interesting, and her ult allows for some fun magic play. Yeah, that's currently how I'm feeling things. I forgot to mention this. When I first tried out Iron Eye off stream, like Maud and Kirsten can vouch for me, I had almost like a religious experience with that character. It was so good. Like, again, I've said this before. I love, I have a particular playstyle that I used to main in a lot of fantasy games. Dual wielding, small weapons, stealthy archer, assassin type characters. Big fan of Assassin's Creed, all that stuff. But I feel like a lot of games have made that playstyle less effective, especially Souls games where I end up falling into the, the sword and board being a bit more defensive. And then I have stuff like, monster hunting games where I end up favoring hammers that are weirdly agile. Although I'll still use stuff like the variant scythe, and obviously in Monster Hunter I can use dual blades, but I find them a little boring. Still want to try out some stuff like the longsword and the sword and shield in Monster Hunter, especially once they have the ability to reset your weapon usage stats in the next title update coming later this month. Excited for that. So I might give that a try. But I'm excited to have two characters, both Duchess and Iron Eye, that cater to those different interests, and they're both great in their own respects. And while I think that Iron Eye is probably the better character overall, Duchess is still potent in her own way. Because of the way I finally got some extra post. So like this is kind of the crazy build, like Chilling Mist paired with poison. Obviously, if you can get bleeding, that would be even better. And then of course the dagger chain attack reprises. The build I'm probably favoring right now, I should have taken a look at which one that was before I switched. Is like Frost, dagger chain attack reprises, and then HP restoration because she attacks so quickly, even though she doesn't have the high arcane stat of characters like Iron Eye and which isn't really worth considering because again he's like 13 versus Executor's like 23, 28. I still think that she's got some like incredible potential for both healing herself. I think this one is the better one because I get the physical attack up and a cooldown reduction. Not that she needs it. Or I could always do this and go for some extra vigor and poise, which would be nice because she's kind of squishy, you know. But yeah, I've got some good options here, certainly. Let's actually do a comparison here. What is the HP difference? So this is with the extra vigor and poise. At level 15, she gets 900 health. And then if we go back to this one, 40 isn't a lot. I think I'll stick with this one. Okay, so let's check out Wilder and Guardian's Remembrances, and we'll do some solo runs. And once we've caught up with that, I've only done one win with each, and then we're going to attempt the final boss with Duchess. I'm going to have to do some more grinding off stream, but the last achievement I need is to see the actual ending. So that's our main goal today. In a corner of the round table hold, light shines in through the ceiling to a dimly lit room. There stood the Wilder, holding the solitary earring up to the light, casting a pattern on the wall that he could not comprehend. The Wilder was sure that it was some word, perhaps a phrase, but he could not recall it. Where had he misplaced the earring? If he only had its counterpart, surely the meaning could be divined. So I think the thing with Iron Eye's text was a typo. He dreamt of his home, 2 horses galloping across Windwale Knoll. They were a healthy pair of twins, which was rare. To the Wilder and to Blank, the horses were special. Upon a hill they ran abreast. He looked at her, hair dancing in the wind, and saw the earring on her left ear, but he could not recall a face. My lord, my lord Wilder, how are you today? The voice of the Iron Menial awakened him. Time for another errand, no doubt. My thought process is also hoping that doing some of these will allow me to progress easier off stream.
Wilder, I have a boon to ask of you. Would it be possible for you to procure me a whetstone? I consider it my inviolable duty to keep everyone's armaments in tip-top shape. But I'm afraid there's very little life left in the stone I have here. You have a discerning eye, do you not? Would you be willing to hunt one down for me?
Understood.
Simply marvelous. I advise you to make your way to the mining tunnel. The underground passageways are sure to contain ore suitable for metalwork. There are whetstones to be found there, I'm certain. The underground passageways are sure to contain ore suitable for metalwork. There are whetstones to be found there, I'm certain. The underground there are whet.
And then I think what we'll do is we'll talk to every character in the hold with every character and see if there's unique interactions. One thing I do know, so as I found out before, we will have to beat the final boss with Wilder and Recluse to finish their remembrances. Guardian has something where he can buy an item from Libra, the Libra raid, or if the merchant shows up just randomly, for like 10k runes, or you can just defeat Libra apparently on an expedition to get that item. That's not something we can. We could try the seeding method that I mentioned before. All right. It shouldn't be too bad if it's just a mine. That's probably just gonna be a troll. So unfortunately, defense, like aside from Guardian, who's built around it, blocking in this game doesn't really feel worth it most of the time when you can just dual wield your weapon and do a whole lot more damage. Well, I don't know if it's a lot more necessarily, but you know, if you're doing that on every hit, I mean, it's like Hyacinth mentioned when we played together. Like, yeah, the initial standard attack will do 10% more damage, but you're doing a lot of first hits in the grand scheme of things, so that's not a bad idea. I just don't think it's worthwhile compared to other passive effects that you could have. Although I will note... No, that wasn't a good example. Okay, let's block something with our sword here. So I just attempted to do a guard counter. Oh, is it heavy attack? No, that might be why. Hold on. Shoot me. Shoot me, bro. Do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I thought you couldn't guard counter with while two-handing, but no, I was pressing the wrong button. I forgot it was heavy attacks only. That's embarrassing. Yeah, I will say I don't see a lot of players blocking, and I don't see a lot of players guard countering. What is kind of nice about Guardian is he actually has a charged guard counter, which is unique to him. So that does kind of remind you, hey, do this thing. But when I did my run as Guardian, I got Giza's wheel again, and that ended up being very useful. I actually ended up getting a friend request from the people that I helped, which was a good feeling. Or from one of them, at least. Oop. Hello. So, if it's a whetstone we're after, it's probably going to be from the troll. Give him a good old skadoosh. Yeah, and see what I mean? Like, it does a decent amount of damage, especially if the enemy gets staggered and can't move. Ooh, that might be nice. Also, you can hold triangle and press up to just consume stuff right off the floor. Just eat it off the floor like an animal. Where is this? Aha. Unable to examine. Oh, Crystallion. Oh, I wish I had, kept my ult. Ooh. I think after you crack them like this, you can just hit them normally. Yeah. Enemy felt. Search for whetstone. Natural whetstone of high quality with a fine grain. Slate whetstone. And there we go. And away we go. Yeah, I find the timing on the grapple jump a little awkward. Ow. Oh, we're too late. Oh, we can tank it. There has been some weird network issues late at night, I've noticed. A lot of sessions just suddenly disconnecting and not being capable of being rejoined. It's been frustrating. Apparently a few people have had their saves corrupted as a result of that, so I need to look into backing mine up. Yeah, with a second character skill, like, you can really schmoove around. Let's go over here. There'll be some flame chariots. Also, I've probably done this before on stream, but what I find really effective in a strategy... So a lot of people just avoid the trolls on the walls, which is frustrating because I think they're still worth attacking. But you need to approach them in a smarter way. So what I actually think is best for these guys is you can still take this, but you want to take these stairs. And you want to go over here. And you want to fight this guy on his own. Now, we've aggroed that guy, but you can get over here without doing that. Ow, 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 ow. And that's obviously the ideal. Oh, well. And I generally find that it's better if you go from here inside because of that. We could probably sneak out here real quick. Yeah. So you can either go across to the other side, but usually what will happen is when you go to the other side, the counterpart on the south side of the castle will start throwing stuff at you. Although I suppose if you fight this guy here, he'll do that anyway. Yeah. It's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I do know that you can sneak past this guy at the very least. And then if you go over here, you can at least get a bit of a break from the guy off to the left now. Although, make sure you clear out all these guys first, or else they will cause problems. See, this is a lot more chill. So I think the problem is that people would just, like, run ahead and trigger the guy over yonder. Excuse me. Time to dip. That ain't terrible. Might use that just for funsies. There we go. Yeah, so then you go to take out that guy, and then you double back around to take out the other guy. So that's how I generally approach the trolls in the castle, and it's much better than being attacked with the blue flaming pots from literally every angle conceivable. Routing is important. I'm actually kind of curious how this will go. I'm gonna die to this boss because I want to... Again, I don't want to quit because I don't know if it'll save my remembrance or not. But I should probably test that at some point. Here, let's just look this up. Nightreign, can I quit to title after getting remembrance item? Oh, apparently you can just quit. Oh, wait, no. Nobody seems to have that specific answer. You have to, at the very least, wipe and die, or your objective won't count. There you go. I saw somebody complaining on Reddit about, like, hey, PSA, don't quit after getting your remembrance objective. And I thought they were just complaining about people doing that. But no, there's an actual reason to not do it, and that it won't count. Oh, this works fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright. Duchess with the post HP restore is gonna be nuts. Oh, did that immediately? Oh, alright. Very nice. Yeah, this is a pretty good goddamn weapon. I think I've proved my point. All right. Away! Something that's nice is if you're ever downed and you're near enough to a site of grace, you can just walk over to it and that will revive you, assuming that it's not shut down based on proximity to an enemy. That was fun. I will say I don't think starting with magic damage is worth it compared to starting with frost, because frost is just magic damage. You might get I don't know. The numbers may differ, but as far as I'm aware, frost is just magic damage plus the ability to inflict frostbite. Alright, where you at, menial?
Oh, you've managed to procure one. Very kind of you. This will make repairing armaments much easier. I've little to offer, but if anything strikes your fancy, consider it yours.
Alright. Oh, looks really shiny. An earring. The ornamentation seems to change with the intensity of the light.
I'm very sorry, but that belongs to the priestess. Anything else? Oh, you merely wish to borrow it. Very well. But once you're finished, be certain to return it to her.
Mended earring. An earring with a restored pin. Delicate burning scene. And another.
Once you're finished, be certain to return it to her.
Oh, we got a bunch of stuff here. Primordial Nightlord's Rune. A thing with the properties of a great rune harbored by the Primordial Nightlord. The cutting gifted tribe anticipated the coming night and spent many a moon planning its prevention, concluding that their only chance at success was to cheat a god. They had glimpsed what they should not, the very sin of the Erd Tree. For their trespass, so that were they punished. The Wild Ear's Earring. A single earring belonging to the Wilder, rusted and encrusted with grime. Such ornaments were worn for generations by a distant tribe. They are delicately embellished to cast a pattern when held up to light. This appears to be one of a pair. Slate whetstone, a natural whetstone of high quality with a fine grain, a precious sharpening stone mined in Limveld. The clash with night has spanned eons, and yet now precious little time remains. Mended earring. With its pin repaired, this earring has been fully restored. Such ornaments were worn for generations by a distant tribe. They are delicately embellished to cast a pattern when held up to light. Closely resembles one owned by the Wilder. Iron Menial's scrawl. A scrap of paper with a note on the white horn, part of a legend of the coastal waters, written by a certain first mate. Two seafarers, one from the west and the other from the east, were once locked in a fierce competition for influence. The White Horn ruled the west waters, while the Black Claw presided over the eastern seas. Upon the shore did they contend for 7 days and 7 nights to see which was the stronger. While each fought bravely, a clear vector felt undeterminable. And a night shard, a crystallized form of the power of night. Though translucent, there is a shadow-like patterning, seemingly the traces of something eating away at it. The reach of the night is limitless, its potential immeasurable, its touch indiscriminate, affecting any and all things. Whether one fears the night or welcomes it depends on the manner of contact. The breath of the night rises and falls within this shard, ready to answer that which seeks to touch it. And let me just check something real quick. Remembrances. Yeah, it was just the two items. Shine it up to the light. Hold up both earrings. With both earrings together, a depiction of wind is projected, along with a short passage. 2 horses gallop side by side. May the wind spur us on our path.
Once you're finished...
So he finds out in his own way.
What is it? You can tell me.
Give mended earring.
What's this? It must be repaired already. That barely took any time at all. Thank you for fetching it. This is a thing of great value to me. A compass that will lead me to someone dear. I suppose you're thinking that earrings normally come in pairs. Oh, forgive me. I've likely talked your ear off. We must prepare for the next battle. What is it? I'm better with technical weaponry. Heavier on...
But he chooses to say nothing.
Once you're finished...
See, people keep saying that Executor is the edgy character. I don't think that's true at all. Like, just because they're wearing a sword, they turn into a wolfman and, you know, they're a Crucible Knight. I see them as more of a paladin character. Or maybe even a zealot. Clutching the now solitary earring, the Wilder drifted off into sleep. The sun was setting on Windwale Knoll, and as if in deference to its name, a gale howled. The dreaded winter was approaching. By the time of the first frost, he knew that his sister would be far along her journey. The Wilder fell silent and blank, flashing her signature smile, flicked her earring with her finger. Goodbye for now, dear brother. Once we're done, we'll meet again. He could not remember her name, but he always remembered these parting words. The Wilder continued to fight, never mentioning his younger sister. There was no way forward except to soldier through the war at hand. He returned to the Round Table hold that day to discover a note from the Iron Menial.
I've considered what might explain your singular obsession with that earring. Then it came to me. The two of you possess a striking likeness. So much that I simply cannot deny it. There is something that you must know. Please check the study.
Yeah, so I did some more reading. It is not necessarily having to defeat a Night Lord. So the first remembrance for Wilder, for example, just requires you to start an expedition as him. To get to this remembrance, however, you do have to beat any Night Lord. And I think this might get us all the way through to the end of his storyline. We shall see. I think those are the same description as before. The clash with night has spanned eons, and yet now precious little time remains. Oh, and that's terrible. I mean, yeah, physical attack goes up, but hey, guess what? This turns your weapon into fire. Ugh. Gross. There's no synergy there. I mean, it's an added attribute. It doesn't turn all your damage, but still. A short passage on the underground crypt. We lie the condemned of the first nightfall, whose sin is too great for absolution by our own deeds. Thus we shall ever guide our progeny until the night breaks. Oh, there are a couple different books. I see. A short passage on the passing of the night. Hark, warriors! Fell the Lord, and thy sins absolve. Upon the breaking of the night, the hold shall crumble, and thou too shalt be unbound. A short passage on the priestess of the Round Table. The priestess, mouthpiece of the formless master, rooted to the Round Table. She must share its fate. From somewhere, the sound of a heavy door opening rings out. This looks like some... No? Oh, you got some good drops. Ooh. Bolt of Grand Axe, huh? Alright. I still have not gotten any merc from checking these out. What up, buddy?
Yes, the crypt is filled with the ancient people of these lands. I still remember looking after them long, long ago. As you know, mortality does not apply to those such as myself. These souls were laid to rest here in anticipation of the threat we now face, in a ritual required to draw the minds of their descendants here.
Huh. Interesting. About the priestess of the Round Table.
Brave champion. There is something that you should know. The priestess was here long before the rest of you. Indeed, she is held captive by the Round Table itself. I'm all ears, should you have anything at all to discuss.
The ways of cutting point to the deep woods, bestow branches to those who are worthy and wise. The ways of cutting point to Windwale Knoll, bestow branches to those who wander and roam. To atone for the first sin, we elect to become the foundation. So the deep woods, to me, sounds like this is referring to the Recluse, And then this is referring to Duchess.
Understood. Brave champion. The priestess, indeed, by the round.
Because, I mean, the recluse seems like she might be the one who committed the person. Assuming that that refers to the first sin in the context of Nightreign, and not something to do with the shattering of the Elden Ring, if that's even happened yet.
I fear I may succumb to sleep. I believe myself. I fear till next we meet.
You're talking like Rogier. Ooh, he got the ant spur rapier. Good shit.
What is it? You can tell me.
Are you trapped here?
So, dear caretaker let the cat out the bag. It's true. I'm imprisoned by the Round Table Hold. Far from an architect of this scheme, I am merely another condemned. You may find it amusing, but it is the truth. Once we're done, it will be goodbye. The Round Table Hold and I are one and the same. I am rooted to this place, my exit forbidden. I'm glad we're in this together. It could be worse. We will win this war. I promise. The Round Table Hold. I am rooted. I'm glad we will win.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that, because if the Round Table Hold is... Well, we're all dead, so I guess everyone else gets to go to rest except for her? And is she then stuck here for the next time this Round Table Hold is needed? I don't know.
Brave champion, the priest, indeed, by the round.
It's one of those things that could be interpreted in a whole bunch of different ways. But then we apparently did something so that he would be able to survive in Duchess' storyline. I don't know. Wilder's Chalice. The Wilder had the same dream time and time again. A long night persists, driving his clansfolk to madness. After a horrific battle, all that remains upon Windwale Knoll is a sea of gravestones. After the deaths of cousin Farhad, little Shirin, and his own father, the clan's chieftain, the Wilder discovers that only he remains. And now, only he can avenge his clan. Only he can bring an end to the night. But even if he can, once for it done, it will be goodbye. Even if the night were extinguished, the twin horses will never gallop beside one another again. Okay, so I do know that there is one more thing for him, so I'll probably have to beat another Night Lord. Let's see. Oh, apparently we can just start an expedition. May as well. Let's see if this chalice we just got is any good, though. Okay. Red, yellow, and white. Say art gauge. We'll do +1 character skill use. This is probably better than lightning attack. So we could get more faith and poise. But what can we do to get starting bonuses or HP? Yeah, I think that's what we'll go for. Art gauge, ultimate art gauge, character skill use. Faith versus... lightning, yeah. Do I have a better one for this? Starting bonuses do we have here? Nah. Yeah, I think that's an improvement. Still not perfect. I hope we get one that gives us multiple wilder passives in one. But I think that's pretty good. Alright, let's just start up a random one. See if we can just quit. I'm also kind of curious what the art, the ultimate gauge buildup will look like. Let's check this out. Do I have to actually hit someone with it? Ah, yeah. I mean, that's not insignificant. I'm not sure if that's actually worth having, honestly. But the extra skill use, certainly. It might actually be better to go for the added attack, honestly. But for pure mobility and utility, like, absolutely. The extra skill use is huge. No. Okay, well, do we have anything? That's pretty good. So we can do holy or poison. Holy, poison, or fire. Cool. Yeah. I'll keep that like that for now. So this is just of interest to me. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to wait for the first night to go by. We're going to lose. And hopefully that'll let us proceed. If not, I'll do that off stream. And then we'll move on to Guardian. I'll probably end up doing the final boss fights off stream and just record the remembrance endings for Wilder and Recluse. But of course I need to get there and unlock that first. Yeah, I mean, if you're constantly using it, I feel like I could definitely build something over time. Let's see. Oh. Gotta hit up some flame chariots. Does a little bit of damage, so that's probably what causes the art gauge to go up. So unfortunately, this Spirit Spring jump doesn't go all the way up. But I think it's still faster. Like that. Well, there we go. Like, that's just kind of fun, you know? It completely changes the way you play this character. That said, now that I think about it, having the ult spread fire damage in the area might be really good for reviving people. That might be enough to clear an extra high. An extra death tick. So if you did a full charge to clear 2, and then the, yeah, so any of these can, actually, I want to get it, hold on. Let's do some science here. So we can buy a Winning Grace from you. And let's go over here. Actually, that's just going to be a settlement. There are no dudes there. Let's go here. And we'll hit up this place. Sleep Central. On the way. Alright. right. Who's here again? Yeah, the Zamor. All right. Skadoosh! All right. No, that was my free death. Oops. What was that icon? Oh, I get my sixth sense restored on death. Nice. Gimme. Where are my runes at? You got my runes? All right, we got money now, so we can just go here. Technically, it's money I already had in the bank, but now we cashed it out. Happy little accidents. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the his default greatsword moveset. I mean, I've said before, I've never really been a big fan of great swords, so that doesn't really surprise me. But him being kind of the most iconic or the most representative character, even though I feel like the actual protagonists, well, I think the actual protagonists are the Duchess and the Recluse, if you think about it. Although Revenant's become the mascot, Wilder is kind of like the guy. He's got the protagonist energy. You could also make the argument that Duchess and Wilder are the sibling protagonists, I suppose. So yeah, if I just keep running from shop to shop. Oh no, you can only buy one per night, I guess. Fair enough. So you can basically guarantee that you go into the... Well, with playing as Wilder, you can get 5 extra lives, essentially. Because there's his Sixth Sense. You can have 3 guaranteed Wending Graces. And then the Night 3 extra life. Oh, hi. Thanks, Libra. It would have been nice if you waited until I was doing Guardian's Remembrance. You know, just saying. But hey, we are loaded, so now would be the time to go cash out. And when you pay him off, he's satisfied and will actually let you claim a buff for free. Claiming a good weapon, however, does not guarantee that you'll get something that's suited for your class. I got the black knife when I did that, when playing a session with some other people. I don't know if the other players get to claim something with no cost. I was the one who, the guys I was playing with were trailing behind, so I just kind of made a run for it. They were struggling, so I was just like, you know what. I think that might have actually been the same run where I carried them on, Fisher in the Fog. I paid our mutual debt.
A bargain shall be struck.
Want to break the curse? There you go. 15k runes to lift the heretical curse. A deal with a demon has cleansed the curse. Enhances attack power depending on runes in possession.
Choice.
Improve physique. The demon is satisfied and seeks no further remuneration. You can improve your physique after some time. Will you undertake the trial of the ascetic?
It is done.
Demon's plating? For a time. Oh, alright. Boop!
Wise. The die is cast. Wait, foolish.
Alright, let's go! Oh god, he's strong. Yeah, this isn't too terrible if you've leveled up and you have 3 people, but like doing this solo seems rough. Oh, hi. Ow, 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 ow. Hold on, let me level up. I'll be right back. Woo. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm coming back. Round 2, motherfucker. Oh, shit. Wide swing. So I got a question. So if I... Yeah, I get my thing back. Alright, cool. Alright. So I can just run back over to you. Well... Maybe not the best strategy. I kind of just want to keep wasting my time coming at him. This is going to go very poorly, but why not? I think he does disappear after a minute. Oh, yeah, I think he's already gone. Well, so much for that. But yeah, every time you touch Grace, you get your 6th sense back, so it's very potent. I forget, can you just die here? Yes. Ow. Right. Ew. Aw. I wanted to at least look cool going out. Still haven't gotten a starting armament use lightning. Okay, so the information I saw is incorrect. I'll need to do some further grinding. Annoying. This is a memory of the new flock, of a meeting between the Guardian and a witch, both of whom were guided to the Round Table hold. There, though I doubt thou wilt soar the skies as once thou didst. So murmured the recluse, gently stroking the wings in sympathy. The Guardian felt the curse that eats away at his wing recede. Its progress halted. He thanked her with courtesy. Oh, the recluse just shook her head in silence. "'Tis nothing. 'Twas for such times I learned what I did." The Guardian turned his eye to a nearby pile of books. "Perhaps, if armed with knowledge, I might have saved them," he thought. It was from thence that the Guardian began to address the recluse as his teacher. This is a memory of the old flock. In formation, they took to the skies, cutting through the air with the ease of a single living being. From his vantage amongst the clouds, the Guardian spied the citadel below. A hail of spears came hurling from the ramparts. This was all part of their duty, as winged warriors of the scapular regiment. The Guardian's corps took the van to shield the greater flock from the incoming projectiles, before receding to allow the Talon regiment to plunge into the fortress. It would not stand for long. It was through battle that the flock was whole, until the cursed blades would come to rob them of their wings. This is a memory of the new flock, of a lesson learned at the Round Table hold. "Just put it on. I fixed it up for you, friend." The man known as the Raider was bold and boisterous. "I knew it would be perfect for a fine knight of your stature." He was also a terrible meddler, and willful in his way. Having had the helm foisted upon him, the Guardian instinctively batted it away. He knew the Raider had meant no harm, but he had simply laid down his helm long ago, ever since the day he lost the flock he failed to protect. Probably got enough time for the remembrance and then like one run.
I don't know the whole story, but I seem to have done you wrong. I'm sorry, brother. I don't know the whole... I seem to...
I think we'll leave talking to every NPC for another... when we finish Wilder's thing.
Speak as you wish. The Round Table will soon... We need only...
I hesitate to ask, good champion, but would you mind explaining what happened between you and the Raider?
I lost my flock.
You speak of the chivalric band to which you belonged. How did you come to lose them, as you say?
Our wings were clipped. We couldn't fly.
I see. A tragic tale indeed. And your form, heartbreaking. Though it boggles the mind to think there was an attack which your defensive prowess could not overcome. Indeed. What could have caused such a thing?
It's because of the curse.
Oh, the scarring. This is the work of an accursed blade. I once read a story in a very old tome about a realm far west of the lands between where fighting erupted. One side was comprised of winged men. They were robbed of these wings by an accursed weapon known as Anectaris. Countless Pinion folk were killed, while their kingdom's fate hung in the balance. Or so the story goes. I never imagined I would meet a living victim. To think the legends were true.
About the cursed weapon. I think it's interesting. Now, both his halberd and shield have wing designs on them, but I do think it's interesting that his shield kind of makes up for his damaged left wing.
The accursed weapon, the Ectaris, is chronicled in a certain tome. But I'm afraid there are no other clues. The tome was part of a 3-volume collection, and 2 of the set are missing. If I could have read their contents, I may have been able to help you. Good champion. We must pursue this further. We must determine the origin of the curse, to keep history from repeating itself. The books might yet be found in the lands between, and I too would be most gladdened if you were to find them. If you find them, bring them to me. I will make sure they are preserved in the study. The accursed weapon, the Ectaris, is chronicled in a certain tome. But I'm afraid there are no other clues. The tome was part of a 3-volume collection, and 2 of the set are missing. If I could have read... If you find them, I will make sure...
All right.
Speak to me should you require anything at all.
I don't know the whole story, but I seem to have done...
Let us go.
Guardian Golem. Yeah, he's also got a lot of missing feathers on that left wing. Oh boy, all the way south, huh? I don't know if this goes through walls or not. The radius is a lot smaller than you might think, but again, when you get it, when you place it right, it's really useful. Yeah, and it places it in front of you, which is something that you have to think about as well. If it's just a golem, I can probably take it out fairly easily. But it might be better to fight some dudes here first. It also prevents enemies from approaching you if you just chill in the middle of the circle. that didn't work. You do have to position the shield so that you're being attacked from the front. Yeah, so that was the charged guard counter. You can also heal yourself with this. Now, if you just use it to revive people and not to heal, then you can see that it doesn't consume the entire ult meter. But I think the healing is worth it. There we go. All right. Let's go way south. Would have been nice to get a better weapon, but oh well. I'll say that Guardian as a solo character is quite bland. The team play is really where he excels. Let's maybe do one more, depending on what's here. Never mind, we don't have time anymore. Not great. We're just gonna have to Unga. Try and go for a stagger as soon as possible. Oh, that's annoying. We don't have the health to be fighting out here. Man, stop doing that attack. Well, shit. I'm just gonna have to keep throwing myself at this. That's annoying. I wonder if I can out DPS the storm. Yes, but I didn't hit him. Well, this is not gonna go well. Fuck. Fuck. Yeah, okay, this is not happening. let's just redo this. And just try and get there early. Oh yeah, apparently Discord broke streamer mode, where now you have to turn that shit on if you're streaming, because it detects OBS as a game. Probably because of Steam including OBS. I mean, that's better. I can go south and then west. It's flame chariots. And if I kill the rats, that might be enough. Yes, target the rat that's furthest away from the camera, not the one that's attacking, that's biting my ankles. Love to see that. Oh. Hi. Oh, what? Nope. No thanks. Yeah, so this guy is equivalent to a dragon, is what I'm gathering from his placement here. Makes sense. Hello. Uh-oh. Really? Really? There we go. Much better. Perfect. Uh-oh. 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 I suppose you have a better spear, do you? I mean, yes, but not that I'll be able to afford. Oh, that was interesting. Yeah, that sounds good. Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Perfect. It should go a lot smoother. Someone has min level 7. Ah, it means you can't use the skill. There might also be a damage decrease, but it seems like the minimum level requirement is to use the skill. Which makes sense, because when I got Giza's Wheel and I wasn't the appropriate level for it with Guardian, I wasn't able to get the proper chainsaw thing going. Also, apparently, this thing can be destroyed with Executor and Raider's ults. I am curious if it's just ults in general. I hate to waste it, but... Okay. Yeah, looks like it is specific ones. Okay, let's deal with you guys. Oh, we're fucked. Man. Well. This ain't happening. Yeah, okay, we need to really beeline it here. Oh, I'm like so far away, dude. Yeah, I really got fucked over by the circle there. I'm gonna give this one more try before I give up. Now, this is kind of a shitty remembrance objective for this character. Oh, hey. That'll work. Is that enough to make up the difference? I don't think so. Oh, but there are you guys. Alright. Let's go straight south and then struggle. Ooh, physical damage buff, why not? Probably shouldn't waste my time with this, but could be useful.
Well, shit. And now I'm just gonna die in one shot. Gotta try and stagger this guy. Wow. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, and the nearest Grace is too far. I guess I'll just try and build up an ult. I don't know. Where are my runes? Uh-oh, you got them. Hey, you got my runes back. That's nice. Oh. Well. That was almost nice. I feel like if I can crit them, that'll make a good difference. Okay. That's a excellent hitbox. We love this. Oh my god. Wow. I don't even know if this is going to be building up stagger at this point, because probably every time I die, his stagger meter is clearing. I probably should have done that castle. Nope. It doesn't even heal me full. Oh, that's sad. Fuck off. This sucks, man. And now we're gonna be, yeah. I'm gonna give it one more try, despite... I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I lied about saying, like, oh, one last time. It's not like anyone's watching anyway. Well, alright. We're gonna have to level up at least twice. Fuck off. Alright. What are golems week 2? Weakness. Rain. Oh, apparently lightning, which is the one thing that I don't have. Apparently they're just resistant to everything except for strike weapons. Should I maybe just go to the castle, see if I can power level? Oh, not this shit again. Why does it only ever hit one of these? There we go. Much better. Okay, that should be enough. Well, maybe since I started in the north, the circle will close to the south and I'll have more time. Wishful thinking. Okay, what do we got? I'm not seeing golems, so it could be Crucible or Banished Knights. Banished Knights. Alright. This might be good for me. Wow. Very cool. That'll work. Stamina back. Alright. Let's block some shit from you. Well. See, look at how effective that is. Yeah, if it could not do that. And not having offensive abilities is frustrating. Which is why I like the upgrade that I picked, but it's not like a perfect solution by any means. Oh, is there another guy here? Yeah, you came from somewhere. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright. I don't know how we got more runes somehow. Oh, it's because of the level that we lost, right. I probably should have gotten one of these before I went up there. Oh, well. Let's see if we can kill him before we, maybe we should level up. Where my runes at? Oh, God. No, this is already a failure. Oh my god. These remembrance quests suck, man. Like, if I could just get the circle to go in the direction I need it to, this would not be as much of an issue. I just need time, and that's the one thing that the game is refusing to give me. Time or a good spawn point. But you gave me the good spawn point last time, and I didn't have enough in terms of levels. I mean, I might have to do another run with Guardian anyway, and beat a Night Lord, so I might just, I'll give this another couple attempts, and then I'll probably just do this shit off stream, because I don't think I have enough time to, do a run against the final boss right now, so... Okay, we can hit up that church. Ah. Okay, we're good. I have seen footage of someone's entire team getting disconnected and then they just get dropped into the abyss for some reason. And I was like, I accidentally touched the stick. I hope that's not going to happen. Okay. Let's level up here. If we can get like 2 levels, I think that'll be good for us. What are you? Ah, Erdtree. Erdtree avatar. Cool, very nice. Love that. Okay, that worked out. Alright, who's down here? Oh, you know what? If we could get, Flame Sling, sure. And if we could get a level up. There we go. Ooh. Very nice. I think this might actually be a worse weapon, but, you know, element-wise, well, we shall see. Should I try and level up to... Eh. I think what we'll do is we'll use our ult to recover our health when we have an opportunity. Gonna get away from these guys. I don't think that's gonna help. Oh, get away from... Now would be the time. Shit. Oh yeah. Alright. I'm fine with that. Not so fine with that. Okay, not enough juice. Fuck! I think this is still doable, especially since we're gonna have our FP back. Oh, why does it push me so far away, man? Oh, it's over the fucking hill? Oh, I'm gonna lose so many sips just getting there. Oh, this sucks. Okay. Fuck. Okay. That's fine. We can still make this work, probably, maybe. Depending on how far the storm pushes me away. I think that might be too far. If I can get in there and sling some fireballs, maybe. Oh, that's so far away, dude. Okay, fireballs are a distinct possibility. And we've almost got an alt charge, which will be able to out DPS. We just need to not get fucking swatted on our first fucking strike on this guy. Like that! Motherfucker! And then Augur shows up. God damn it. Now where am I? Still in... I think I'm too far away now. I'm gonna have to run so far. I mean, if I can relay through the... through the site of grace, I can still make it there. Would be nice if that was a healing thing. I think I might just go and use my ults, like, immediately, just to get better positioning. Shit. I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. Did that actually hit me? This is really getting down to the wire, I will say. Because once the storm starts moving again, the damage ticks are probably going to get larger. This is still in the realm of feasibility. But it's going to be annoying when I have to grab something and I die in the rain trying to get it. Do I even have a path? Yeah, there are enough graces that I can probably run from grace to grace, but again, there is that timer that will kill me eventually just by being outside in the storm too long. And I think it's something like 90 seconds. So I kind of need to kill the golem on the next run here. Oh, I can already see it ticking faster. Motherfucker. No, let's give it one more go, I guess. All this just to avoid playing with other people. At least it loads quickly enough. I don't know if choosing a different expedition would get me a better result or not. No, kind of the same situation as before. We'll just have to hope I play better. Alright, and now we run. So this time I'm not going to stop to fight anybody outside and just go straight for the boss. And hopefully we get another good incantation. See, the problem about the pickled turtleneck is it doesn't reduce stamina consumption. It just reduces, or it increases stamina regen. So it doesn't mean you can attack more often necessarily. It just means that you recover more quickly after performing a bunch of attacks. Ugh. If we could avoid dying, that would be nice. Is the Erdtree Avatar actually attacking me underground? There we go. Please give me something good. That is a blunt weapon. Let's quickly pop upstairs, get a level. Oh shit. I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, that should be enough. Plus we've got our ult. Not that that's really gonna help. So theoretically, this weapon should do more damage. Prelate's charge. We can try it. I see a mini boss on the hills. Let's avoid that. Hello, Russell. I'll probably be wrapping up soon, but I'm struggling with this. Okay. Okay. No, no. No, we're pretty maidenless. As you're about to see. Motherfucker, I hate that attack. Keep getting stuck on these rocks. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. And I'm out of juice. Yeah, let's see if we can do some decent damage before it becomes very difficult to get back here. Hit the man. Thank you. Fuck. Just gonna restart again. This is not worth it. So, like, I do a full run at this point because it feels like that's going to be necessary, but now I'm fucking pissed off. So now I'm even more impatient than I was before. Alright, I guess we'll try and go for that. I have no stamina to do anything. I think that's what the reason why I found myself enjoying Dagger so much is just because the attacks on them are so rapid. It doesn't matter if their hitbox is bad or not. Can we get some good casts? Ooh. Yeah. Oh, Bestial Sling? Okay, that might be good. That might count as a blunt attack. I don't know. Might be really good. What does Catch Flame do? Like Black Flame is probably gonna be better for us. Oh, we could do some dragon bullshit. That might be cool. Oh, that might work. That might work for us. Ah, nice try, idiot. There we go. Now can we get a good weapon, mayhaps? I don't know if that's actually going to be better or not. But let's go for it. Oh, did I fuck myself out of the extra flask? Yeah, unfortunately it's slow and drains a lot of stamina. I wish I had a bit more endurance. Okay, can we get any decent... Okay, warming stones? That might be good. Yeah, alright. We got something. We got some stuff going. I don't want to use the Dragon's Flame because I have a feeling that that's just going to burn through all my FP right from the word go. Honestly, I'm starting to think it might even be an idea to start with a Wraith Calling. Well, there we go. Let's give that a go. Let's use the biggest coward strats of all. That place also probably has some bows. We could maybe just try that. Oh, wrong button again. Can you not, thank you. Oh, we're out of juice. We're out of FD already. Oh, that's the Godskin Stitcher is doing decent damage. The first hit is, and then can you get knocked down, please, sir? Nope. Why is this not staggering the man? Fucking finally. Oh, no. We got robbed. Whoop. And with this we can heal. Okay. Okay. We got one of our flasks back. Okay, the fucker's gonna breathe fire. Oh, please. Thank God. Holy shit. Stone stake. A stone stake that opens a sealed away lock. Whew. That was a lot more effort than I thought that was going to take. And we did have to wait until it actually closed in on our location to make that happen. Nightreign, remembrances for the bird. What do we do with this? Okay. Yeah, now we just wait for the night to close and then we can go die. So I think I showed this off at one point, but these towers have bow weapon racks, which are potentially good for Iron Eye. I wonder what makes the Godskin Stitcher so good. Because it seems to be a fairly consistently reliable weapon whenever you get it. I think it's like not like a normal rapier, but like a great piercing weapon, maybe? What do we got here? This is gonna be a Frenzied Flame Troll. Which I just realized I was stressing before Flame Troll, but no, it's Frenzied Flame Troll. And this is going a lot smoother. just saying. right, what do we get? Yeah. Let's go check out the store, see if there's anything fun. Magma Whip Candlestick. Alright. Okay. Off to the circle we go. Oh, there's a hero Zamor. That'll work. Yep. You just appear to be invincible. Ow. Ah, interesting. The fire damage doesn't even need to be hitting someone who's alive. As long as it's still hitting an enemy, it counts as post damage HP. Or post damage hits. Yeah, let's put that back on. Okay. Oh, not what I wanted. I think this is just a very close range fire spell. Yeah, again, the way that they handle blood effects in Elden Ring are fantastic. So how close do we have to be? Oh, that actually does decent damage. Wow. Huh. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go play in the rain. Well, that was surprisingly underwhelming. Alright. Now, after that frustrating interlude, more story time! Yay! Here you go.
Is that? Did you find it? Thank you. Indeed, that's the key we're after. The witch brought the tome to me, bound though it was. But now the seal can be undone.
Second volume. Annals detailing cursed weapons.
The terrible thing is a product of war. However, the origin of the curse is still frustratingly opaque. Perhaps we shall discover it in the remaining volume. One volume remains. Brave champion. Should you retrieve the book, do be so kind as to inform me. One volume remains. Brave.
I don't know the hell. I seem to.
Okay, yeah, Recluse is over here. I'm just gonna see if she has anything to say. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm probably gonna have to beat one more boss with each of these guys. So I don't think it's beat 3 bosses each. I think it's go on an expedition and then beat 2 bosses for each character.
Didst thou the key procure? I see. Very good. Take it to our attendant, please. Hand the key to our mechanical menial, please.
I'm assuming menial refers to like menial labor. As in someone to do, you know, housework and chores and stuff like that. Because that's the only context I ever hear that word in anymore. Okay, and the stone stake. Crafted by an ancient civilization and claimed from a guardian golem, still imbued with an old yet fading magic, can open locks sealed in a similar manner to the golem. Character skill, cooldown reduction +3, and it's red. That might be nice. Either way. Wait. Cooldown reduction. Shit. I hate doing that when I have favorites filtered on. I think it was this one. There we go. Oh yeah, increased duration, that is good. Okay. So we go... Well, that would only be useful... Do I have anything in yellow for Guardian? No. So not particularly beneficial until we get his first vessel, potentially. This is a memory of the old flock. The Guardian was the sole survivor of a war in which there was no hope of victory. It was in battle that the flock was whole, and could rebuff any and all who dared face them. Knights of the Pinion Folk feared not death. It was their duty and their pride to give themselves for the sake of the whole. The flock would always grow new feathers, but with ease it was that the cursed blades stole from the flock their wholeness and unity, by instilling in them the fear of losing their flight. Before the curse, the Guardian shield was powerless. Okay. Well, wasn't able to get as far as I wanted to, unfortunately. Russell, are you good for Warhammer right now, or do you need more time? Okay. I'll just end stream here then. Might just beat the final boss with Duchess off stream. I don't know. I'm just kind of at that point where I'm like, there's not a whole lot of reason to keep streaming entire runs. Because I've already shown off some of these characters, so, eh. Alright. Well. That'll be that for now. Y'all take care.